What is going on, Sports Wars? We're here. We're live. Beardo, looks like you just went golfing.
I did. I did go golfing today.
You just rolled right from the course down here to Sports Wars. Huh? Is that how it worked?
Like got home 30 minutes ago and then went to the couch, set an alarm, closed my eyes, and woke up 5 minutes ago.
5 minutes, damn. I also took a nap on the couch earlier. Didn't wake up 5 minutes. I actually set up the stream, so I set an alarm to make sure I could set up the stream. That's what I did. That's what I did. But that's good. How'd you play?
So this is the fourth time I've ever golfed legit on a golf course, and the first time I've ever played like legit, not in a scramble. I shot a 113.
Okay, an actual, everything counted, no mulligans, every penalty.
Mulligans for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Only on the tee box.
I'm just trying to get in perspective.
Only on the tee box. Yeah. Mullies on the tee box. You know, fuck, that one went in the water. 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 So, yeah. But
there you go.
Not a, I guess, legit 113. But I did have a fucking badass shot today.
Okay.
On the 11th hole, par 3. It's probably about 200 yards to the pin. I take out the 9-iron, set it on the tee, and I fucking chunk it. It goes like 20 yards. And then I pull out my gap wedge.
Okay.
And I'm like, I think I can make it on the green with the gap wedge. Okay. I'm just going to hit the shit out of it. I fucking go back. Beautiful fucking shot. Beautiful. Lands about 6 inches behind the pin and rolls into the cup.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Birdie on a par 3.
That's so shitty because that's almost a hole in one, basically. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. No mulligans on that one. That one was legit, dude. I was freaking out, dude. I woke up all the birds in the trees like by me, dude. I was geeking.
That's fucking hype, man. That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Those are the shots that keep you coming back to play.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's good. It's been a long ass time since I've been out and played. Almost 2 years, maybe a year and a half, something like that. But yeah, maybe I'll pick up the clubs and get out there eventually. But we're not here to talk about golf. We're here to talk about football. And the New York Football Giants come out with a win yesterday. A win that
a good win.
I mean, is it a good win?
Scored 30 points.
Well, what I'm saying is, one, might have been more helpful to lose, and two, the other team you were playing against seemed like they were intentionally trying to lose. I mean, look, they've started Geno Smith basically all year. That's almost an indication that you're trying to lose, period. But no Max Crosby, all this stuff. Yeah.
I mean, would have been nice to lose and have the number 1 overall pick. Sure, but I don't think it matters because the Giants are going to trade it away anyways. So what's the difference between trading away the number 1 and the number 2 overall pick? I mean, an extra draft pick. We're still going to trade it away regardless. So, and the Giants don't do that. Like, we had a perfect opportunity last year to get the number 1 overall pick, and Drew Lock goes out there and he's throwing for 5 touchdown passes a game in the final 2 games of the season. So the Giants just don't tank. It is what it is.
They can't. It's not in them.
No,
it's not in them. They gotta fight to the very last.
Mm-hmm.
How'd Jackson Dart look yesterday?
He looked good. He looked solid. 2 rushing touchdowns. He was throwing the ball around. He looked good, man. He helped me win some money on Prize Picks.
There you go. Shout out Jackson Dart. Well, we do have the playoffs almost finalized. We know who's going to be in. We don't know exactly what seeds they're going to be, but we do have the playoffs finalized. And with the exception of the AFC North and the NFC South. And I wanted to give you guys a look at this really quick. Because as of right now, this is what it looks like. This is what the playoffs look like. Seahawks number 1, Denver number 1. Now, a lot of things can change based on next week, and a lot of these seedings can change. San Francisco can still end up with the number 1 seed. Houston can end up winning if Jacksonville loses. Chicago can end up as the 3. Philly can end up as the 2. Like, a lot of things still up in the air. But the 2 things we're undecided are Carolina and fucking Pittsburgh. And those are what it comes down to. Saturday, we've got Bucks and Panthers for the NFC South. Winner gets the 4 seed. And then Sunday night football, Pittsburgh Steelers at Baltimore. I think it's at Baltimore for the AFC North. And honestly, do you think Mike Tomlin might be coaching for his job in this game?
I think Tomlin has complete job security. The Rooneys, they don't fire head coaches. Like, what's the Steelers like coaching history? They've had 3 coaches in the last 90 years. Like, they don't fire people. Mike Tomlin has been just good enough to keep his job. If they part ways with Tomlin, it'll be because Tomlin agrees to go. And they have that conversation. I think he's safe. I don't think that he's going to get fired. It'll be a mutually parting ways when he wants to leave.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. If they miss this playoffs, Aaron Rodgers, all this stuff, and they miss this playoffs, choke down the stretch, it could very well. I think it might be so much pressure that they're ready to mix things up. Depending on if Aaron Rodgers wants to come back or not as well, that might be a factor. But basically, for Denver, win and they clinch the number 1 seed. If they lose, they'll have to hope that Patriots lose, that Jacksonville loses, all this stuff. But it sounds like the Chargers are sitting their starters. It sounds like Justin Herbert's not going to play. Nothing's guaranteed, even when people sit, but it does seem like Denver is going to lock that up. Now, the Texans can still win the South.
It's in Pittsburgh, by the way.
It's in Pittsburgh? Okay, so it's in Pittsburgh. Oof. Is Lamar Jackson even going to be playing?
If you're the Baltimore Ravens, I don't think you want Lamar Jackson to play.
Give me Snoop.
That's not his name. It's never been
his name, dude.
It's never been his name until like 4 weeks ago when all of a sudden they're like fucking Snoop Huntley. Like, who?
No,
dude. It's always been Tyler Huntley.
It has, well, that has always been his name. Snoop has been his nickname since he was playing for the Ravens 4 fucking years ago. Or whatever that is.
I've never heard him been called Snoop until this year.
That might be true. That you never heard it.
Maybe.
But it is true that he was called Snoop.
Now,
do you think I just pulled that out of fucking thin air randomly one day? I just started calling him Snoop?
No, absolutely not. Because here's the thing. Like, watching games this year, since he's been starting for the Ravens, they're calling him Tyler Snoop Huntley. And I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? I've never heard this until this year. They're calling him Snoop.
It's been his nickname. I think it's because he looks like Snoop Dogg or something. So people started calling him that. But I swear to God, like, I obviously didn't make it up. And we even looked it up in like Wikipedia, like everything it said that his nickname. So that's what it is.
It's wild. That's wild, man.
I know that like a perennial backup quarterback isn't necessarily super relevant to everyone's life, but hey. And then obviously in the NFC, the Seahawks win and they get the number 1 seed. San Francisco wins and they get the number 1 seed. So that is a huge one, right? The San Francisco-Seattle matchup next week, that is going to be huge. Things can fluctuate. The Bears, if they win, they hold on to the 2 seed. If not, they drop down to the 3. But here's the thing. It's like, if you're the Bears, what you're facing is hosting a playoff game against the Packers or hosting a playoff game against like the fucking Rams or the Seahawks or the Niners or whatever. No good options there, regardless of whichever spot you're in. Although I do think I'd rather play the Packers, just quite frankly, consider we just beat them at home, but still.
I would agree.
Yeah, still. And then this dog shit Panthers and Bucks. Dude, the Bucks fucking record over the last like 10 weeks is disgusting.
It's been terrible. Terrible, man. They have fallen flat, man. In the beginning of the season, winning some very close games that they probably should have lost, but Baker Mayfield coming up clutch in the fourth quarter, all that magic is gone.
I want to look at I want you to look at the Buccaneers schedule here. I want you to look at this. This is their fucking record. Falcons, Texans, Jets, lost to Eagles, Seahawks, Niners. Since then, loss against the Lions, win against the Saints, lost to the Patriots, lost to the Bills, lost to the Rams, win against the Cardinals, lost to the Saints, lost to the Falcons, lost to the Panthers, lost to the Dolphins. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 1-7, and they still have a shot to make the playoffs. Like, what the fuck?
It's gross. It's gross. I mean, whoever wins, whether it's the Panthers or the Bucks, they're going to be a first round elimination anyways in the wild card weekend. It's embarrassing. And this is the same argument, like with the whole reseeding. Oh man, they should just reseed because the Lions are better and they're going to miss the playoffs, but because they're not in the NFC South, they're in the North and stuff with the reseeding. And like, we've heard this conversation time and time again, like with the Saints many years ago and the Seahawks and stuff, when the Seahawks were like fucking 6-9 and they hosted the Saints in Seattle. But then guess what happened? The Seahawks wound up beating the Saints, and the Saints had a better record, and they were a wild card. So you can make that argument all you want, but here's the thing. It is what it is. You play in the division that you do, and you got to fucking sack up and just play football, man.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be pretty disgusting. I mean, if it is the Rams at the 5 seed and they play the fucking Bucks, I am not too worried that they'll drop one there, but still, the winner gets a home playoff game. But let's go through the games we had yesterday. A little bit of a light slate. Will from Game On should be joining us at some point in time. I know he had to work or something. Whatever, one of those real life things. But he should be here at some point.
Yeah.
We might as well start with the last game of the night, which was the best game of the night. Not exactly a great one for me to watch. Well, and I shouldn't say that. It was a great one for me to watch. It just didn't end the way I wanted to. Brock Purdy, Caleb Williams, Chicago Bears, San Francisco 49ers. This game was back and forth and well, not really. It was fucking Niners go up, Bears tie. 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 Finally, the Bears get one stop in the damn game, kick a field goal. Then the Niners go back up, and a goal line stand, essentially, by the San Francisco 49ers as the time expires, and a pass falls incomplete in the end zone. Fucking brutal way to lose. I can't pretend like it didn't suck, but I'm also not going to pretend like this isn't still a good performance by the Bears in terms of going into San Francisco, going toe-to-toe with this fucking team with all its experience and all this shit. A loss never feels good, but it's hard to feel too shitty about a game like this. This Bears defense, man. This Bears defense is fucking bad in terms of what they give up. And I've been sitting here every single week, Beardo. This is now week 17. I've come here every single week when we talk about the Bears. And I talk about how, they force turnovers, but they don't stop anyone. They do not stop people. It's very difficult for them to stop people. And that certainly reared its ugly head last night. Speaking of rearing their ugly heads, here's Will. What's up, Will?
Hey, I thought 15 minutes would be good enough to get past the Bears talk, but I guess I was
just getting started
off on my time. Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. We were looking at playoff scenarios and stuff like that earlier.
Okay.
So we did get into the game of the week here with the Bears Niners, but I got off to a bang with a pick six first play, and after that, it wasn't much defense to be played.
No.
How gross did you feel when you look back at that very last play of the game and realize that DJ Moore was wide open?
that is an unrealistic fucking thing to even think about.
But that is a throw that Caleb can make, and he has made that several times this year.
That is in theory a throw that he could make. However, once you have the pressure up the middle and you have to fucking spin and evade to the fucking left, that's not a throw anyone's ever going to see. And do you know what I mean? There's about 5 49ers jerseys in between him and DJ, even with him jumping. Like, that's not a realistic thing. The thing you could talk about is DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And I think if you throw that, there is a chance that DeAndre Swift gets in the end zone. Not a guarantee, but a chance. It's also a tough thing to do to fucking, give the guy the ball, basically get it to him on the 7-yard line and hope he runs it in as opposed to throwing the ball in the end zone. The problem, and Ben Johnson already talked about this. The problem with that last play of the fucking game, honestly, was Ben Johnson didn't get the play call in soon enough. Just being honest. Ben Johnson didn't get the play call in soon enough. As soon as I'm watching this and I'm seeing when they're flipping between Ben Johnson calling plays and Caleb relaying the plays, and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Because it was Ben Johnson is still spitting out the play with about fucking 13 seconds on the play clock. Then Caleb has to spit it out. Then they have to get lined up and then they have to fucking snap it. I honestly wish they would have just taken a delay of game almost, to be honest with you. People are complaining all this bad time management. I think their time management was fine. They wanted to run the clock down. They wanted to get a shot. They probably wanted to get 2 shots from that close, but they wanted to make sure they got a shot. The bad time management, in my opinion, on Ben Johnson was not getting the play call in soon enough. I think he probably wanted to find the perfect play. They didn't get lined up right. It was a fucking mess. You could see that on the snap. And, Caleb tried to make something happen as best he could. Tried to give a guy a chance, tried to buy some time, but all for naught.
Also, that's a throw that quarterbacks are taught never to make. You never throw back across the field. So for him to even think about looking that way, I don't. One, I agree with you, Ryan. I don't think you saw DJ Moore over there. But 2, I don't think you expect a quarterback to make that throw over there. I mean, hell, if you're the Bears, you had a chance to win it. It didn't happen. It's okay. It's a 50-50 shot right there. I think you feel good. I think a lot of people, at least from what I'm seeing today, respect the Bears more and think that they're more legit than they did going into this game. I got this one completely wrong, not only picking the Bears, but I thought it was going to be an under game, and in the first half, it almost went over.
49 points.
I still argue the Bears' best shot of winning that game was running the ball and keeping the ball away from the Niners team, as you can tell, because the Niners it was almost like that that pick six, this is going to sound silly, kind of hurt them, because then that just was like, okay, the Niners are just going to go guns a-blazing, and then the Bears just were like, okay, we're going to go tit for tat with you on scoring. But what a hell of a game. What a hell of a game. And congratulations to the Chicago Bears. I'm officially declaring them the NFL 2025 TV MVPs. They put up exciting games nonstop.
They've taken years off my life. They've taken years off my life.
I almost thought about texting you last night, asking you how your blood pressure was, but I decided not to.
Look, of all their losses this season, this is the one that probably bothers me the least. I'm just going to be real. Because of how well the offense played the majority of the game and how much they scored and all these things. And let's also give props to the San Francisco 49ers. We know they're fucking injured. We know they've gone through their injuries. Honestly, most of their big time injuries, especially to defenders like Bosa, probably happened a really good time for them as opposed to happening at the end of the season, because now they've got these guys, they've got the replacements in there that have been there and they're comfortable now in their spots. But the Niners are just, this past month, they've been on this insane heater, specifically offensively. Brock Purdy looks, I'm not going to say perfect, because he hasn't looked perfect. He threw a pick six first play of the game, and he should have had another pick six. It was kind of a ticky-tack or not another pick six. Should have had another pick. It's kind of a ticky-tack, hands to the face call before C.J. Gardner-Johnson's interceptions. Terrible throw by Purdy. But he's been so fucking good, both scrambling, running the ball, all this stuff. This offense was nearly unstoppable last night, and Kyle Shanahan is a great fucking coach. And he's proven that over and over again. It doesn't matter who gets injured. Doesn't matter who's there. Doesn't matter whose quarterback is. Doesn't matter how many weapons they lose. Doesn't matter if George Kittle is in there. As long as Christian McCaffrey's healthy, this team's going to fucking roll, man.
I
And
argue every year CMC should be MVP because
I
he
still-
should be, but also this year is such. Sorry, Bureau. This year
Yeah.
is such a tough year for Coach of the Year because Vrabel's the favorite right now. It's going back and forth between him and Shanahan. I honestly think it should be Shanahan if you're just going based off of like coaching and Shanahan having to do all this with all the injuries they've gone through. I think it's more. People are just saying I don't agree with the people that are just blowing off Vrabel as Coach of the Year because the Patriots have had such an easy schedule. No one at the beginning of the season predicted the Patriots, outside of Patriots fans, that they were going to win the division. So, I mean, that's a huge feat in itself.
It's going to be a really difficult year for Coach of the Year, I think, between Liam Cohen, Vrabel. I do think Ben Johnson should get some consideration. Kyle Shanahan certainly should as well.
McDonald up in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But what were you saying, Beardo?
No, the 49ers absolutely steamrolling right now. Brock Purdy and McCaffrey, but they're so injured. Like even on defense, I mean, they're two best defensive players, and Fred Warner and Nick Bosa out. George Kittle's been banged up. McCaffrey, winds up dealing with stuff every now and then. Pearsall is, banged up as well. Like, they are not a healthy football team. And Shanahan is a great head coach, but we've seen it time and time again. Shanahan is his own worst enemy. He overthinks and outcoaches himself on the biggest stage. We've seen it happen in Atlanta in the Super Bowl and twice with the 49ers in the Super Bowl. I don't like the 49ers' longevity in the playoffs. I like Chicago's longevity more in the playoffs. I would trust Ben Johnson in a big game than I would Kyle Shanahan at this point. And I know Ben Johnson's in his first year, but Kyle Shanahan has shown us that he gets the yips in the big games.
I obviously love Ben Johnson and what he's done to my franchise. At the same time, he is a first-year head coach, and we're seeing little things, situational things throughout the season. We've seen a few things that I think deserve criticism, and like the end, not being able to get that play call in, maybe just taking a little bit fucking too much time there, or even just realizing that I'm not going to get this. Maybe I should just tell Caleb to fucking spike it. Whatever. Do you know what I mean? And I think he learns from those things, and I don't see repeat mistakes. So I think Ben Johnson next year, I fully will feel that way. This year, his first year as a head coach in the playoffs, I don't know if I feel all that great, but yeah. Someone says you can trust Ben Johnson, but definitely not Caleb Williams. Regardless, you might think that Caleb Williams is a gay bus, whatever. And yeah, has he not pulled this team from the edge of defeat every single time? No, he hasn't every single time, but pretty fucking consistently. 6 fourth quarter comebacks this year, and even last year with clowns coaching him, he still almost did it and should have done it multiple times if those coaches hadn't fucked around. So if you want a quarterback in crunch time, I don't know who you'd want more than Caleb Williams, being honest with you.
Well, outside of Drake May, I agree with you.
But here's the thing. Drake May will put you 5 touchdowns up so you don't have to worry about it.
That's true. I forgive Caleb for that. I'm sure you guys talked about it, but a lot of people are talking about it, that on that last drive where he, rolled out to the right and missed that guy in the flat. That could have been a potential touchdown. But
Collinsworth is a fucking retard for that.
It's a difficult throw. I get it, but I think I forgive him for that because I think 2 years from now he makes that throw. I think he completes it. I think it's just one of those things he's going to learn from, like you're saying with Ben Johnson and the coaching. I think Caleb's going to learn a lot from this year and get better every season. And I think that's a throw where he's going to kind of put a little bit more air underneath it and know his guy is going to be out there somewhere and trust his guys. Because right now, him being such a young QB, I don't know if he fully trusts his guys. That's why we see him just rocket it in there. Even that last play of the game, it could have, the guy could have caught it if it was just up a little bit more. I don't put that on him because it's a super difficult throw, but I think he's going to get more comfortable with his guys. And or at least I expect him if he's going to grow into what we think he's going to grow, the quarterback is going to be.
Yeah, it's like I think that's a throw that Caleb Williams has the arm talent to make, the one you're talking about, the rolling out to the right. However, he's backpedaling for his life and desperately trying to fucking get that ball out because he can't take a sack. That's the one thing you absolutely can't do there.
But if I think if he knows that his guy's going to be there, and granted, I don't know if he could see that it was only his guy there, no one else was there. I think with more experience, he'll know he can loft it up there and let his guy kind of go find the ball instead of trying to rifle it in there to him.
This Bears offensive line, although has so improved and great when it comes to the run blocking and stuff, dealing with blitzes is difficult for them. I cannot tell you how many times, like, they didn't blitz a ton last night. When they did, right up the fucking middle, it seemed like people running by Drew Dahlman every fucking play. Every fucking play is pissing me off. But anyway, a great fucking game. 7-0, 7-7, 14-7, 14-14, 21-14, 21-21, 28-21, 28-28, fucking 35-35. Like, dude, just a crazy game. And I'm glad that the Bears are part of a fucking shootout like that. That this Bears team is able to do.
Yeah, Caleb Williams has a chance to get that record now.
On the bright side of this, I was just about to say, on the bright side, 270 yards passing against Detroit. And I don't know what the Bears are going to do. I don't know who they're going to rest. I don't know any of this shit. I can tell you, I bet Ben Johnson probably wants to beat the Lions at home. I think Ben Johnson, there's a chance that he might want to run it up on the Lions a little bit. And I think if he's got a shot to get Caleb that 4,000 yards, he'll try to.
The weird thing is the betting market is saying that the Bears aren't going to care about the game next week, which I can't understand why, because they win, they're the 2 seed. They lose and Philly wins, they're the 3 seed. So you would think that they would care about this game, and the Lions just look awful right now. And, given the Ben Johnson history with the Lions, he would want to get a win, but the betting market's not buying it as of right now.
The thing is, I would much rather play the Packers at home than I would the Niners at home. Well, who would it be?
If you're the 3 seed, you could potentially be playing the Rams or the Seahawks.
The Rams or the Seahawks, right? So I would much rather be playing the Packers than the Rams. However, I'd probably, just being honest, rather be playing the Seahawks than the Packers. I don't know if that makes me retarded or not. But
I would disagree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with it. I mean, Seattle right now, yes, everyone's going to point to their road record, but you go out on a cold day in Chicago, and this Seattle offense, as we'll find out on Saturday, I think they're going to have a tough time. I mean, granted, Seattle could be the 1 seed, so it might be the Niners after all. I don't think you want to see the Niners again, because I think it'll be this game all over again, and who knows what happens at the end. It'll be a coin flip. But Seattle's offense is not good right now. Yeah, they're winning games. Congratulations, but it's not the offense we saw for the first half of the season. So, plus it's Sam Darnold in a big time game.
Well,
exactly.
That's a good point. Yeah, but also, like, to Ryan's point, like, rather playing the Seahawks and the Packers, it is tough in a division playing a team for the 3rd time in 1 year. You get to know that team a lot. So I do get what you're saying, how it would be not ideal to play the Packers in the playoffs.
Yeah, but right now the Packers, and to your point, I feel like that saying's overblown, at least from what I've seen in the betting market, because of the last decade, it really, the team that has beat the other team twice ends up winning the 3rd game again, more times than not. I think it's just a saying now that, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. No, especially with this Packers team that can't run the ball right now. They have no confidence in the run game. Their quarterback's banged up. Obviously he'll play in the playoff game, and their defense looks like trash. So I think you'd way rather have them come to your home field and take a team on that really well too. They might know you, but you know them really well too.
And we did just beat them at Soldier Field, but it took some luck. It took an onside kick. Yeah. It took a big comeback. Yeah. It took a crazy play. It took overtime, So I'm not saying I'd love to face the fucking Packers. I wouldn't, obviously. But this is who we have. We're in the NFC, okay? This is who we fucking get. We get the fucking Niners and the Rams as wild card teams.
Dude, there's no easy path. There's no easy path, which we'll get to with the Niners game tonight, or the Rams game tonight, because I have a weird feeling about tonight's game.
Yeah. But we only spent like 20 minutes on that. It's about appropriate. We did get 50 memberships from Metal Slave.
Let's
50
go.
Sports Wars memberships.
Awesome.
From Metal Slave. That is fucking awesome. Wish it could have been after a Bears victory. Wish it could have been after a Bears victory. Thank you, Metal Slave. Metal Slave 199. You got to change that username.
Hell yeah.
Nandy O for $50.
Hell yeah.
Woo. Call me crazy, but I'd take Jacksonville out of the AFC and the Niners from the NFC. I wouldn't want to play the Niners.
I wouldn't want to play Jacksonville.
And Will, you brought it up. There's a chance the Niners never have to leave San Francisco again this season.
Yep.
Yeah, they win Saturday and they're set. But Nandy, appreciate the super chat, but no one wants to see Jacksonville in the Super Bowl. They're a cute story. No one wants to watch that.
What?
No, Trevor Lawrence in a Super Bowl? No,
dude.
I'd way rather.
Okay, hold on.
Duval.
You're saying Duval. You're saying that because the Patriots are in the AFC. So yes, obviously you want to see the Patriots in the Super Bowl, but like true, real NFL fans are sick and tired of the fucking same old fucking teams in the Super Bowl.
Well, it's not going to be that different.
No, I know. It's going to be different. But how many fucking times have we had the fucking Patriots in the Super Bowl?
I'd rather see Josh Allen in a Super Bowl, and I'm a Pats fan.
Fuck that. It's boring. It's fucking boring. I want to see something weird, dude. I want to see a weird as fuck Super Bowl.
You want to see Bengals Rams?
Well, that Bengals Rams, we did get that.
I know. That's what I'm asking. Yeah.
Or the Panthers and the Broncos.
That's the game I want.
I want something weird. I want Jacksonville and fuck the Seahawks. I think more people weird, man.
Houston than Jacksonville.
Or Jacksonville and Chicago. I want a weird fucking Super Bowl.
Obvious reason. I think we need a rematch of Super Bowl 20. I really do. I think that'll make everybody happy.
Yep.
At least 2/3 of the panel. So.
Yep.
Speaking of the old Bengals, Joe Burrow put on a performance. Jamar Chase with 2 touchdowns. The Bengals just crushed old Jacoby Brissett and the Arizona Cardinals. Not really a surprise, I guess, but like the way the Bengals were just fucking rolling, man, it makes you so upset that Joe Burrow got hurt this year. That's what it does for me.
Yeah.
It's like seeing the Bengals just jump out to this massive fucking lead, moving the ball the way that they were. It's like, it is so disappointing that Joe Burrow was hurt for so long this year.
Yep. I agree.
I wish we could, like, as fans, vote and just vote for the Bengals to be in over whoever wins between the Ravens and the Steelers.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it'd be way more exciting to see Burrow in the playoffs right now, honestly, than one of those two teams. But Joey B back to having fun playing football again. Was great. Did you see the big boy catch and run in Joe Burrow's face afterwards?
God, I don't think I saw that.
They threw it past to like a 350-pound lineman, and that guy caught it and got like 15 yards of yak. And Joe Burrow was like,
I didn't see Joe Burrow's face. I didn't see that replay. That's funny.
He was stunned. He's like, I didn't know that. I wanted to ask you guys about this. You know, quarterbacks give their linemen presents and whatnot. Josh Allen got his lineman all a half a cow and whatnot. Joe Burrow got his lineman fossils, like old fossils.
Gay gift.
That's
now
gay.
That's what I'm gonna ask you. Is that a good gift or a bad gift? And also, maybe, do you think it would have been a better gift if their lineman would have been blocking better all season?
Ooh, yeah, it's like
maybe.
Hey, I would have got you something real instead of this old piece of fucking rock or elephant shit or whatever. If you had actually not gotten me hurt again.
Yeah, because last year he got him like katana swords, like from Japan, like real cool swords. And this year he gets him a fossil.
Bro, Caleb Williams got all of his offensive lineman stuff as well, and one of the fucking high end stores he shopped in is like one of the ways they connected that and like the Instagram fucking chick or the fucking model girl that he's dating or whatever, because she took stories in the same place. But he also he's such a petty motherfucker. He bought them this I think it was Don Julio. It was the same bottle that this fucking Lions fan went viral for, celebrating when Ben Johnson was leaving the Lions. He was like celebrating that Ben Johnson fucking left. He's such a petty motherfucker, dude.
I respect it.
I respect it too.
Yeah.
But dude, this Cardinals team's dog shit. I don't know what they do. I don't know what happens with Kyler Murray. They're fucked. they're fucked.
Kyler Murray's gonna get traded, or dude, he might just be done, dude.
You know who the Cardinals need? You know who they bring in? Brian Flores, head coach. He'll change things around there. Give him a couple years.
You know, one of the ironies of the Brian Flores situation is, look, I think Brian Flores is a loser for pretending like he got fired because he was black. Never happened. Gay. But Brian Flores, one, didn't want to tank. Miami wanted to tank. And two, he didn't think that Tua was going to work long term. He didn't like fucking Tua.
And he was right, though.
He was 1,000% right. But he's a fake victim queer. Like, I hate that. I hate that he like pushed all this bullshit about, I just got fired, I'm a black man. Fuck you, you idiot.
Yeah, but he wins football games, you know? He turns things around. I don't know. It'd be interesting. They need someone with that kind of defensive coordinator in Arizona to turn things around there.
Wasn't it like a leaked text message from Bill Belichick when he accidentally texted like Brian Daboll? He meant to text Brian Daboll, but he accidentally texted Brian Flores.
Accidentally? It wasn't accidental.
Yeah.
He did it on purpose. I know. Bill had to have done it on purpose. He knows what he was doing.
What was it about?
He said, congratulations. So Brian Flores just got interviewed for the Giants head coaching job because they have to do the Rooney Rule.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so then Bill texts Flores and says, congratulations, just heard you're the guy, blah, blah, blah. He goes, oh, thanks, coach, blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, oh, shit, this is not Daboll.
This is the wrong Brian.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what Flores put. Who put those text messages in his lawsuit. That's how we know about him. But I think Belichick did that on purpose.
Maybe.
That's funny.
He's kind of a petty bitch too.
Yeah.
The vaunted AFC North, the Pittsburgh Steelers could have locked up the division, making next week pointless. But this old man, Aaron Rodgers, right here, could not get it done against the Cleveland Browns defense. Shedeur Sanders gets another win under his belt while playing like absolute dog shit. But he does get a win under his belt. And the Browns win at home, where this defense is fierce at home. But how embarrassing for the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers, dude. 6 points in this game. Pathetic.
How embarrassing for me, the time I don't take the Browns. I've taken them how many times this year? And then this time I should have saw, no DK. It's tough for every team to go play in Cleveland. And I decide, you know what? Screw the Browns. I'm going to go with Rodgers. I don't put the blame on Rodgers all that much. If you watch that game, he was working. I don't get. Yeah, I understand DK's out and he's very important to that offense, but like he had MVS running the wrong routes. He's supposed to break in multiple different times, doesn't break in. You could tell because that's where Rodgers was throwing the ball. Say what you want about Rodgers, he's not usually that inaccurate with the ball. Then he had tight ends that were motioning. I don't know if you guys saw the clip where a tight end motion wasn't the motion. He goes, "The fuck are you doing?" It's a mess.
Here's my thing. I don't think that Aaron Rodgers gets to be fucking pissed and frustrated for not being on the same page as his receivers
when he doesn't show up to camp.
When he specifically wanted to sit out for all of fucking camp. He didn't want to fucking do it. He didn't want to put in the work. He wanted to go on his fucking ayahuasca trips. He wanted everybody fucking thinking about him the entire offseason. He wanted all this courtship from everybody. Fuck you, Aaron Rodgers, you diva queer. You fucking cocksucking piece of shit. I will be so happy if Snoop Huntley and Derrick Henry run y'all out of the fucking playoffs. Okay. I will be so happy if that fucking happens. I do not think he gets to fucking yell and scream and fucking embarrass his players on the field when he could have been developing relationships with them, when he could have put in the work. He didn't want to. And the Steelers let him do it. Mike Tomlin. Ooh, alpha male Mike Tomlin. He's just about business. It's all about business. I'm Mike Tomlin. We never had a losing season here. I'm a black head coach. Mike Tomlin let him. Mike Tomlin let him. So fuck you, Aaron Rodgers.
I hear you, but you would think by week 17 they would be on somewhat of a page with each other. You know what I mean? Especially, I mean, his tight ends and him are usually dialed in. I mean, they got 3 different tight ends that he throws the ball to. It was weird, but I actually think the Steelers. I think the line is kind of disrespectful for the Ravens next week. I think it's gonna be a good game.
You like that, Beardo?
Never had a losing record here. I'm a black head coach. Fuck, that shit killed me.
Fucking Mike Tomlin. But this is why I asked, man, if I like, what do you think? Well, I think we talked about this before you got here. If the Steelers lose to Baltimore, do you think Tomlin's the head coach next year?
Yeah, because I know Schefter put out that report, or someone put out a report about it, but it's just the Rooneys, man. They don't like to move on from coaches. Like, I think if Tomlin wants the job, it's his. I don't think. Especially with the excuse of, well, look at what my wide receiver did. You know what I mean? Like, he kind of has an excuse there. Now you could say that's on Tomlin. You can argue like, well, you should have your players under better control and whatnot. But I don't know. I would say the odds are he's there next year if they lose this game. I don't really think they're gonna lose it though.
Really? Did you think they would win against the Packers at home?
Who? Steelers?
Mm-hmm. No. The Ravens.
Oh, no. But I mean, dude, you're going to see all the stats this week about that Ravens-Steelers games, how they're between Harbaugh and Tomlin. It's within 6 points, no matter who's the favorite, how big of a favorite. I think that's going to be the same thing here. And I don't know the status yet, but I think they get TJ Watt back.
Ooh.
Kind of a big deal.
That would be a huge deal. His lungs finally fully inflated again, or whatever the fuck, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What a random injury. It's like the injury that started Justin Herbert's career.
Yep.
Tyrod Taylor's getting an injection and they fucking stuck the needle in the wrong place. Punctured his lung before the game, and Justin Herbert gets a random start and never gives it up.
And that was against the Chiefs, and he actually wound up playing pretty well.
Yeah. But I mean, this was a disgusting game, an absolutely vile, disgusting game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And Myles Garrett did not get his sack, so it's official. He did not break the record. So Michael Strahan and TJ Watt still hold the single season sack record. Sorry,
I will say too,
Myles Garrett.
A lot of people are going to look at the Steelers in this game, and they played terrible. I'm not saying they didn't, but there's a lot of teams that have gone to Cleveland this year and looked really bad. So I wouldn't put one game, and just the history between these two in Cleveland, it's usually not a good-looking game. So I would throw this game out the window when you're looking at next week's game. That's all I'm saying, especially for you bettors out there.
I think that look, this is pretty much exactly what I thought this offense would the Steelers offense would kind of look like, with no DK Metcalf and that not reliable necessarily deep threat. It was just going to be fucking dink and dunk, get the ball out as fast as you fucking can, and it was not efficient, and it didn't work, and they couldn't move the fucking ball all game long. But you're right, a lot of teams struggle in Cleveland, including Cleveland. No one plays well in Cleveland,
dude. Even Joe Burrow struggles in Cleveland. Yeah, it's just
the defense is good there. It really is. This game, the Saints. I gotta say, Will, you disappointed me. You disappointed me with your pick. You didn't trust in Tyler Shuck, and how can you not, after the performances that he's put on? Now, it certainly did help that they had a Cam Ward was it Cam Ward that fumbled? Wait, that was a Cam Ward fucking strip sack returned, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, for the touchdown. That certainly helped. But the New Orleans Saints, they've played okay these last couple games. I tell you what, I think they're feeling good about Tyler Shuck down there in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, 6 weeks ago, you could have got Tyler Shuck 351 to 1 to be the rookie of the year. Offensive rookie of the year, obviously. And now he's the betting favorite. How insane is that? Just because of this Saints run that they've been on. My point with this game was Saints do it outdoors, and they did. It was a good game, though. It was back and forth. Tennessee had a chance there at the end, too. I mean, Tennessee was leading into the fourth quarter, and then the Saints, got 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. It was scary there for a little bit for the Saints, but the Saints wound up coming back.
Yeah. There wasn't many good games on, and you can count this as one of the decent games yesterday from entertainment purposes. But I think the Saints are happy with their quarterback. So they ruined a lot of people's bets. I added them like under 5.5 wins and stuff. I know that. Titans just being the Titans. Gonna get another top draft pick. I don't know. I'm curious to see where the Titans go. With the draft, with the head coaching and all that stuff with Cam Ward. They could be kind of a little scrap. I don't think they're going to be good in the next few years, but they could be kind of a scrappy team. They got something there.
Maybe. I can't say I'm impressed at all with the Tennessee Titans, period. Who are their wins this year? The Chiefs with Adewale Abagumblier or whatever the fuck his name is at quarterback.
Yeah.
The Browns and the Cardinals.
That crazy fourth quarter comeback. Like the last 8 minutes of the game.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know. They played okay, I guess, last half. I can't say I'm super impressed with Cam Ward. But here's the thing. I think that if Cam Ward had been taken the year before in the draft, he would have been like the fucking 6th quarterback taken. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree. I don't think Cam Ward's the real deal either, but he has gotten better this season with more experience in game. He's done better than I thought he would. I still don't think he's going to be a good quarterback in this league, even though he's a Coug.
Yeah, I think he goes after Caleb, Drake, Jaden, JJ, Penis.
I have him as the 7th quarterback taken.
Yeah, who is the next one? Shuck?
No,
he might have gone before Shuck.
The Shuck was his last draft.
Oh, you're right. It was the last draft. Who is the 6th quarterback taken then in that one? Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
Yeah. So, yeah, he might have. Yeah, Caleb, Jaden, Drake, Penis, JJ. Maybe reverse those orders.
And Bo Nix was one of the last ones.
Yeah, Nix was at 12 to the Broncos.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think Cam Ward goes before any of them. So, this game, man, dude, I wanted so badly for fucking Phillip Rivers to get this, dude. They were in it. They were in it to the fucking end, man. They had chances. Riley Leonard did get an appearance for a fucking heave because it's so fucking stupid. Who was on this call? I forget who was on this call, but the last play of the game, Phillip Rivers gets taken out. Riley Leonard comes in, and the announcer's like, they might be taking Rivers out for so he can get an ovation. And it's like, you dumb fuck. He can't throw the ball 60 yards. That's why they're putting Riley Leonard in.
100%.
I fucking hate that there are people that get paid millions and millions of dollars to commentate on these things, to call these fucking games, and are so damn clueless all the time. Fucking pisses me off.
It was a roller coaster of emotions if you were invested into this game, because it was, it was a little sad seeing them take Rivers out, although I get it, but it was a little sad seeing them take Rivers out, but also it was refreshing seeing a ball travel 60 yards downfield. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and have a chance. It had a chance.
It was a pretty fucking good throw, and you also do need to be able to have somebody to have a little mobility to extend just a little. Mm-hmm. And Riley Leonard, he thought he threw a good ball in the moment, but not to be. But the Jacksonville Jaguars, it wasn't all that impressive from them, but they do get the job done. Liam Cohen and this team, 12 fucking wins. And
on the
Phillip
call,
Rivers,
it was Joe Davis. It was Joe Davis and Greg Olsen. Was it Greg Olsen that said it?
It might have been, and here's the thing. I usually actually like Greg Olsen on the call.
Me too.
I don't know if it was him that said it, but it was one of the most retarded things I've ever heard in the moment. Mm-hmm. It was
ridiculous.
It was one of the dumbest things I've ever it's one of the dumbest things I've seen this year, we'll say.
We all knew on that last play, when you see Riley Leonard come in, it's like, okay, they're throwing it Hail Mary down the field, and Rivers just can't make that throw.
Yeah. And, Phillip Rivers didn't play all that impressively, obviously, but I think it's incredibly impressive in totality what Phillip Rivers did in 3 games with this team. after not playing for 5 years. And it sucks that he didn't get to win another game. That is disappointing. And all of these games were close. The truth is that Phillip Rivers kept their playoff hopes alive. He really did. Obviously, they were out of it before this game started. But when you look at when you look at the fucking game against the Seahawks, arguably they should have fucking won that game, man. They really should have. And if you don't have a great fucking little drive and a 58, 59-yard kick, whatever that was from the fucking Seahawks, from Myers to win that game, Phillip Rivers led him on a fucking game-winning drive, basically. And I think he played okay against the Niners, but nobody can stop the Niners. Nobody.
He took it down, so I know it's officially fake news. But Adam Schefter putting out false news out there. He tweeted something along the lines. He took it down since then. Of congratulations to Liam Cohen, first year head coach of a team to take a 4 or less win team the previous year and have 12 or more wins. And I'm like, how about the Patriots last year? And that's what everyone was commenting was the Patriots, and he took it down because I think
I saw those posts too. I didn't think it was inaccurate because I didn't see it from Adam Schefter originally. There were multiple people posting this thing. It was a first-time head coach.
That's how I took it as.
That's why I was looking for the post to see if it was like if he said first time, then okay. But I saw it from Schefter, and he doesn't have it up here anymore.
Yeah, he might have misinterpreted because there was a lot of people like, well, what about Vrabel? What about Vrabel? And people like, yeah, you might not know he was the head coach of the Tennessee Titans for a little while. But yeah,
I think Schefter put it out without the first time head coach is why
he may have. Yeah.
Ben
Johnson has a chance to do the same thing. Well, I guess they didn't have only 4 wins or whatever, but yeah, Bears had 5 whole wins last year.
Hey, there you go,
dude. Everyone in the AFC, well. If the Ravens lose, every division winner last year will be a new division winner this year in the AFC. And then every year we always have at least one, and this year we have multiple of like the last, like your Bears went from last to first.
Yeah. They're doing it. Speaking of teams that don't deserve playoff berths, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'm done. I'm done with them. I'm done.
The collapse of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is shocking. We were going over their wins. I think they're 1 for their last 7 or 1-7 in their last 8 games against some good teams, but a lot of fucking bad teams. For them to lose this game when it meant everything to them and nothing for the Miami Dolphins, for Quinn Ewers at quarterback to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, for them, and I know their fucking offensive line has problems, for no run game whatsoever. I think there's a chance Todd Bowles gets fired, man, for real.
He should.
I don't think Todd Bowles ever deserved to be a fucking head coach after his outing with the Jets. I don't think Todd Bowles deserved this opportunity that he got when things went down the way that they did, but whatever. I think there's a chance he gets fired because this is fucking embarrassing. And I think if they lose to the Panthers, Todd Bowles gets fired and he should get fired.
And I'm not sure if I said it on Sports Wars or on Game On, but look at the offensive coordinators and the quarterback coaches that Baker Mayfield's had since he's been in Tampa and how well Baker played when Canales was there and when Liam Cohen was there. Now they've both moved on. Liam Cohen in his first season's got Trevor Lawrence looking great. The Jaguars are probably going to win their division. And then look at Canales down in Carolina, and Bryce Young is actually playing competent football. So, and then you have Todd Bowles there. Todd Bowles absolutely deserves to be fired.
Yeah, and what's crazy is if they win this game this next week, or they play Saturday, right? Yeah. If they win that game, Todd Bowles will be like, I believe, the first coach ever to win 2 division titles with 8-9 records. Like, just he's got to be in the Hall of Fame for that, right? That alone, that's hard to do.
Shame.
Yeah, Hall of Shame. Whatever.
It ain't that hard to do in the NFC South. Let's be real.
I should have known this was going to happen. For one, not trusting the Bucks over the last few weeks, but 2, before the season started, Beardo, I think you remember this. I did call it out, and it's looking silly now, and it looked silly then. But But I said, don't be surprised 5 years from now if Ewers is the best quarterback out of this draft class. And look at here he is getting a W.
For his profile picture, looks like he's fucking Amish, dude.
Yeah.
Best quarterback out of this draft class.
Yeah. No way. Better than Dart? Not a chance.
Dart can't even play.
He played yesterday and he played well.
Yeah.
2 rushing touchdowns.
I'm proud of him for not getting a concussion.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
It's like a platinum level achievement for Jackson Dart not having to go to the blue tent. Yeah, dude, Tampa, what can you say about this? This is fucking pathetic. I do want to get to some of the super chats and we'll get back to the rest of these games. Mexican Iron Man for $10. My 49ers won. I know they did. What a game. I owe Enrico Palazzo a bottle of Elijah Craig now. So unfortunately, I have to pay up on that bet. And then over on Rumble, Jose Contreras is talking about that game too. I was nervous when the Niners punted in the fourth quarter. The Bears were scoring on every drive. In the end, the Bears offense is good or the Niners defense is really bad. Well, I think that I think that the Bears offense is pretty good. And I think the Niners defense is not very good. I think the Bears defense is, I've been talking about it all year long, man, that this is a team that they are forcing turnovers at an incredibly high rate, but they don't actually play very good defense. They don't have a consistent pass rush. They don't have a lot of depth at corner. And Nahshon Wright, as awesome as a story of that Nahshon Wright is, from the practice squad to starting cornerback to leading the league in forced turnovers and all these things, he sucks as a cover corner. And if you were paying attention to that game and who the Niners specifically were targeting on nearly every single play, it was Nahshon Wright.
Well, there's a reason too that the Bears wanted to make sure there was no time left at the end of that game, because they knew if there was 30 seconds left, Purdy and the Niners going to find a way to get in field goal range or whatever they needed to have a shot at the game.
And that's one of the reasons I don't have any problems with the clock management at the end of the game. They very intentionally wanted to run this down and be the last ones to take a shot. 100%. And I think the intention on that hook and ladder play is to score. I think that was the intention with that, knowing that you could go down and spike it and still have fucking time for a shot. I think that was a play to score. In retrospect, would you like DeAndre Swift to bounce it out and get out of bounds? Probably. But also, what I think people don't understand about that either is they needed that first down because.
Well, yeah,
that was a second down play.
Yeah.
So if you do not make the first down and you run down and spike it, you're on fourth down anyway.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people had problems with the. I didn't so much. There were problems with the timeout that they took on fourth down. But it's fourth down. You want to make sure you have the right play call. So I don't have a problem with them taking that timeout. But a lot of people are like, they wasted a timeout there and whatnot. But I mean, everyone's going to Monday morning quarterback it,
or Monday evening quarterback it,
or that too.
But yeah, the defense, that Bears defense has been like this all year in terms of the yards that they give up. And they've made some they've forced turnovers at a ridiculous fucking rate that is not necessarily sustainable. And every time I think that, they come up with another crazy play. But
I'm more convinced now that you want a good offense than a good defense. Like, everyone loves the Texans. I don't feel good about the Texans because look, you got the Bills, you got the Niners, you've got the Bears, you've got who else? Seattle's defense is questionable. They're better than average, but you would rather have a high explosive, get into a shootout when it comes to a playoff game and, go that route than rely on your defense. Because if the Texans get down 2 touchdowns and come back and win a playoff game, I'll be shocked.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
But if the Bears get down 2 touchdowns, I wouldn't be shocked if they come back and win,
They've done
or the Bills or the Niners. Like,
Bills almost did it yesterday too. Stephen DeLeon. Sorry, I'm allergic to your bullshit, Steven. It only takes 5 people in Rihanna to get a battleship ready for deployment. Shout out West Texas. Stephen DeLeon rules all. Bills broke my heart. I hate battleships so much. And it's probably just because I was in the movie, I think, when it came out. So Yeah, Rihanna
didn't
just had
mind
a
it.
job on the ship apparently.
Well, Rihanna, I think her only line in the movie was "boom, bang,
She said a lot of dumb shit in the movie.
boom." Like it was fucking retarded.
She should stick to singing. I like a lot of Rihanna's music. Remember the Super Bowl where Rihanna performed pregnant?
And no one
Was
knew
that Rihanna?
until she came out.
That was Rihanna who was pregnant. Who did that? Okay,
Yeah, wasn't that in Miami or Tampa or whatever it was?
That was a few years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, mad respect for still going out there and fucking doing it. You can't expect her to move around or do a lot when she's pregnant, but it was better than the Madonna one. She couldn't move around either. So, But that's because she was 65, not pregnant. But I mean, of course, she's like, I'm getting paid $10 million to do this. I don't care if I'm fucking 9 months pregnant. I'm going out there. Call me rude boy. Let's see. Bonebreaker became a YouTube member.
Thank you.
UNSC Connor.
Chargers
are pulling Herbert for this weekend. Broncos coming for that 1 seed. It's true. They're resting, so it does look like the Broncos have an easy way to secure that number 1 seed.
Although I'm not saying the Chargers are going to win the game, I might take them with the inflated points because the Broncos just seem to play to everyone's level. So I could see the Broncos win this game by like 3. Some gross game.
Do you see Bo Nix's passing chart from last week? On Thursday or whenever that was.
You described it like he was shooting a BB gun or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was fucking pathetic, man. And that's Drake May. His completion percentage is astounding considering the way that Drake May has thrown the ball and the types of throws that Drake May has made all year long.
7.8 yards downfield is his average.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Whereas, Bo Nix is throwing 5 yards from the line of scrimmage.
I describe it as when Bo Nix throws it deep, I'm shocked if it's completed. If Drake May throws it deep, I'm shocked if it's incompleted.
It's crazy. Like it really is his efficiency downfield. Noku. Jags already rolled through gay San Francisco. Did they beat him with Mac Jones?
Probably.
Yeah, but I mean, this San Francisco, teams get hot. We see it every year. Teams get hot heading into the playoffs, and they can go on a run. And this offense, as no one's been able to stop this offense.
And that's
albeit not the best competition, but still.
That's one of the things I'm saying when I think that their injuries happen at the right time. Like when you lose Bosa and Warner so early, and like that defense still obviously is struggling to like they have trouble rushing the passer and all this shit. But you have plenty of time to adjust to the new reality and to get these guys ready to fill those roles and play. And so I think they're fortunate that it happened early.
They've done it without Kittle. They've done it without Ayuk coming back. They've done it with no-name wide receivers. Ricky Pearsall's out there, maybe not. I don't know. Honestly, that's why I keep saying CMC should be the MVP every year because as long as he's healthy, they have a chance.
That's kind of what I was saying too, and that's why I give Shanahan a ton of credit for the job coaching he does every single year, and John Lynch is a general manager. Honestly,
Jacksonville played San Francisco week 4, and Purdy started.
He did, huh?
That was the game Purdy got hurt, though. That was the game he got hurt.
It didn't. There was no stats for Mac Jones.
I'm pretty sure.
So if he got hurt, he finished the game.
There you go.
I just looked at the
I think he did though, didn't he? Because it was that weird injury, and they're like, this is kind of like the Burrow, but it's not as bad. That's why Purdy didn't get the surgery.
I don't remember.
Box score: Purdy 38 attempts, 22 completions. No stats for
Sounds like
Mac
he played
Jones.
the whole game.
Go to his next game and see if he played it. Either way, this team is different than week 4, but it'd be good fun. That'd be a good fun.
And I also think that Jacksonville's a lot better than they were in week 4.
That defense is for sure. Yeah.
Irish Skywalker, Merry After Christmas, Beardo, Ryan, and the other guy.
Hey,
thanks, Irish Skywalker.
You didn't call me the toothless guy.
Net Stealer. Now you see why I've been saying fire Tomlin.
Yes. The next game for the 49ers was the Rams. Mac Jones started, and that was the game that we were all at Universal Studios, and that game went to overtime, and the went to overtime,
won.
Right? Yeah, went to overtime, and the Niners won.
So Purdy was playing that previous game not fully healthy, even though he finished the game.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Cran, fire Bulls. Glad Beardo got to see a win.
Yeah, I did.
Then Chris Cran, best comment Beardo said at the game. There are 3 coaches in the building, and yours is third best. We blew it this season.
Yep.
What was that in reference to?
John Gruden was there for the Ring of Honor, and so was Bruce Arians, and somebody else. Somebody else was there too.
Who did they play?
The Cardinals.
Okay, yeah, it's
the Cardinals. But yeah, Gruden and Bruce Arians was there. I'm like, man, Todd Bowles is the third best head coach in this stadium.
Jackson Smith-Njigba, careful with the last name, Ryan, currently has 1,700 yards, 10 touchdowns. He won't break the record, but Offensive Player of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year for Jackson Smith-Njigba.
He's the betting favorite right now.
I would have to imagine. I don't think anybody else can catch him right now. I think that's fair.
Let me see.
Pissin' Penguins. Sup, guys? Hey, Ryan, your Mike Tomlin impersonation is pretty accurate. We'll see if they crash and burn next week. Hashtag the Steeler way. I mean, if it happens, I feel like I am partially responsible for manifesting it, right? I fucking said from the time Aaron Rodgers signed that I hope they fucking miss the playoffs, and and Aaron Rodgers goes down in history as the guy who got Mike Tomlin fired.
So this was Jason's award to lose, and he is close to losing it. If Puka has a big game tonight and next week, he is right there, right behind JSN. And then Christian McCaffrey's third, which I think is ludicrous.
Yeah, I mean, Christian McCaffrey's got around 2,000 scrimmage yards. He's got like 1,100 rushing, and he's at like 870 now receiving. If he had a bigger game catching the ball last night, he could have maybe had a chance to have another 1,000 season.
He's been in the league, close to 10 years, and I saw that his average total yardage for a game for his career is 116 yards.
It is, and it's behind only 2 people in history.
That's insane.
You know who it is?
Then like Barry Sanders and someone else.
Jim Brown.
Yeah.
Yep. Third in NFL history, average scrimmage yards per game.
God, that's
Who's
behind
this?
Jim Brown and Barry Sanders.
Who's this? Oh, yeah.
And the only reason I know that is because they showed that graphic last night on Sunday Night Football. That's the only reason I fucking know.
I saw it on X the other day.
Yeah.
Last night.
That's the only reason that I was able to fucking randomly spit out that fact.
If Derrick Henry weren't a washed bum, he might be in that conversation too.
Derrick Henry caught more passes, he would probably be in that conversation.
Yeah, but he's a
That's
bum.
the difference. But yeah, fucking. Before we started this stream, Beardo said, I think CMC's done. He's too old. He's fucking.
No, that's not what I said. I said that the way that the 49ers are playing him, they're beating him the fuck up. I'm not sure how much longer he's going to last.
I was thinking about that today. Next year, I definitely am not taking him in any fantasy. Like the fact he made it this whole season healthy, I feel like this was his last fully healthy season.
Bro, doubt him if you want. He's in peak fucking physical condition, man. He's taking these beatings. He's ready to take more.
All right.
He's ready to take more. Taker for GraphWeb. Cancel Mike Tomlin for fuck's sake. That is cancel Disney Plus, cancel Mike Tomlin. Shout out GraphWeb. All right, back to the games. Let's pull this up here. Patriots, Jets. Dude, not much to talk about here other than Drake May being like the first person in NFL history to complete 90% of his passes and throw 5 touchdowns or whatever the fuck. This game was over in the first fucking quarter, basically.
Bills fans are so nervous. So nervous because you want to know how I know? I got a buddy who's got a Bills tattoo. One of my best friends, and I haven't heard a peep from him since Tom Brady left New England. And now he's been running his mouth this week. He says, I can't wait to see New England in the playoffs. Josh Allen yesterday we'll get to that game, but he wished he was Drake May because Drake May would have completed that last pass. How about that? No, I mean, this is what you expect. The Jets, dude, it's embarrassing what they're doing. I can't believe I thought this game would be close. Vrabel, I don't know who pissed Vrabel off, but he's like, he was about to call off the dogs in the second quarter, and he said, fuck it. And they just kept throwing the ball, and it's just too easy. But then you get, everyone keeps pointing out the Patriots only beat one team this season with a winning record. But I don't see anyone else putting up 35-3 on the Jets in the first half of the season either. I mean, you can only play who your opponent is, right? I mean, we'll see when the playoffs come around.
And when did they take out Drake May? Like in the middle of the third quarter?
I think he did one drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
5 fucking touchdowns, bro. That's nuts. The Patriots are really fucking good. Granted, essentially, the Jets. Do they fire this bum? Do they fire fucking Aaron Glenn? How do you keep him around for another season after this? Honestly,
I know, man.
Or
does he one and done?
Does he just say, "Fuck this, I'm out"? You know what I mean?
Other than him being black, honestly, Aaron Glenn being black might be the only thing that saves him. I know that stupid fucks like Stephen A. Smith and Ryan Clark, these race baiting DEI fucks, like they'll claim that black people get hired or fired at a higher rate than white coaches and blah blah blah. The only thing that might save Aaron Glenn's job is his skin color, because the Jets might not want to fire him because they won't get called racist. Honestly. Because this has been an embarrassing performance from top to bottom. This team is a fucking mess. It's disgusting.
Someone read off the stats to me of all the quarterbacks that have played the Jets, and they go, "Would this be an MVP year?" And they just started. It was like 4,000 something yards, 33 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
The team doesn't have any interceptions. Aaron Glenn was the defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. This is a team that has 0 interceptions on this season. How does that happen? There's no fucking way that just a bobbled pass and anything, nothing.
They played Tua twice, I mean, come on. Like, you got to get one there. By the way, shout out to the Pats, the only team in the league, 8-0 on the road.
Well, it helps when it helps when you're playing the fucking Jets and when you're playing the fucking Dolphins.
We had to beat the Bills on the road. We did it.
It's true. That is a great road win.
We didn't have a home playoff game.
That is a great win for you, or that was a great win for you guys. But just a dominating performance. We will get to that Bills game. Seahawks, Panthers, man. The one week
Before you get into this, Ryan, I would like to welcome you to the club of taking a big underdog, a shitty team against a good team, having some hope in the first half, and then getting destroyed in the second half. Welcome to all my picks this year of taking the Browns and Jets.
Will, did you take Carolina too yesterday?
Goddamn bum.
Oh yeah,
I took them too.
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
I don't know. I don't know why I fucking picked them.
I don't know why either.
It really fucking pisses me off. Bryce Young is such a damn
first half,
bum.
though, didn't you? Halftime, like, we got a shot, we got a chance, and then happens every time. You just get crushed.
And I told you guys, yesterday, halftime tie in this game.
You did.
I don't remember that. Did you say it on the morning stream?
It might have been on Will's show.
That's a hell of a prediction.
I said, doesn't this game feel like a halftime tie?
You were right, apparently. That's crazy. But 54 yards for Bryce Young, fucking piece of shit. But I look, it feels like Bryce Young either looks like Matthew Stafford or I don't even know, Justin Fields. Like, those are your only 2 options for Bryce Young. It's boom or bust with this motherfucker. And obviously it doesn't help when you can't really get the run game established. And Seattle's got a really good defense, and we know this. But I mean, the Panthers could have secured, they could have locked it up. And obviously they were underdogs in this game. I thought they'd put up more of a fight than they did. Apparently they couldn't keep pounding. But Seahawks looking at that number 1 seed, got to fucking go into San Francisco to wrap it up, dude. And Sam Darnold now, he had 14 wins with the Minnesota Vikings last year, 13 wins.
14 sounds about right.
Yeah. I think it was 13 because it was either 13 or 14 because it came down to that Lions game. Yeah, I think they were 13-3.
Yeah, because the Lions were 14
and
14-3, right?
14-3. Lions were 15-2. Vikings were 14-3.
Okay.
What a crazy fucking division last year.
And the Packers were 11-6.
We have to take the Panthers next week because for the last 9 weeks, the Panthers have lost a game, won a game, lost a game, won a game. It just keeps going back and forth. Like Ryan was saying, he looks like Stafford 1 week, Justin Fields the next. So Stafford, Young is what we're getting.
I just don't know if I can take the Bucs. Period, man. Like
that's what I'm saying. We got to take the Panthers.
But the game's in Tampa, right?
I know, but who cares? Like
Baker fucking Mayfield cares.
Ugh.
The fans care.
It's going to be such a disgusting week to pick next week.
I mean, it doesn't matter because whether it's the Panthers or the Buccaneers, they're getting eliminated in the first round. So,
well, it matters for our picks, Beardo. Maybe not for you, who you did win again this week, by the way.
I know.
Regardless of the outcome of the game, you did win again. Typical Giants behavior, winning when literally it does not matter. Speaking of, the Giants won yesterday, Beardo.
Yeah. We had a kick return for a touchdown. Fucking bum-ass Deontay Banks. He can't play corner, but he's fast. So let's just stick him on special teams and maybe he'll do something. And he finally did yesterday. Jackson Dart, 2 rushing touchdowns. He was pretty mobile yesterday. So, and Wan'Dale Robinson, man, he's quickly becoming our number 1 wide receiver. So, I mean, a good win. We scored 30 points, but now we don't have the number 1 overall pick anymore. So what the fuck?
Yeah, next year, remind me if the Giants are in contention for the number 1 overall pick. This is 2 years in a row now. On week 17, they've had a kickoff return, and they won the game to ruin that pick. So remind me next year if this happens, or the next time it happens, where the Giants could potentially, if they lose, have the 1 pick or the first overall pick to bet Giants money line with special teams TD.
The Raiders suck. It doesn't feel like they had any intention of winning this game with some of the guys they sat. Max Crosby, we know that story. They did start Geno Smith, but I think they did that because they wanted to lose the game. Geno Smith has some of the funniest attempted tackles on interceptions. He goes for it, man. He's had so much practice chasing down people on interceptions. He fucking goes hard for it. Geno, I think, has more interceptions than touchdowns this year. Oh, no, not quite. Almost there. 19 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. There's always a chance.
He does lead the league in interceptions, though.
He does. But fuck, man. This team's shit.
They're bad.
And they're likely going to get the number 1 overall pick. Eagles, Bills. A disgusting game for both of these teams. An absolutely disgusting game in which the Eagles, they did all their scoring in the first half. The Bills did all their scoring in the fourth quarter. I didn't get to catch live this fourth quarter because I was live at the time. But I knew the Eagles were up 13-0 for the majority of the game. And then all of a sudden I see people on chat said, hey, there's a comeback. There's a comeback. Missed extra point, blah, blah, blah. And somehow, some way, it all comes down to this. A 2-point attempt. Let me actually get this over here. The Bills punch it in. And because of that missed extra point, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why they decided to go this way, but 2-point attempt to win the fucking game. Do you think this is the right call?
Let's have that debate afterwards.
Okay.
Play it and then we'll talk about it.
So here it is. Game on the line. 2-point conversion.
Allen looking to throw.
Now he's buying time. He finds a man, maybe.
Pressure throws. Incomplete. Don't see a flag. Eagles going to hold on.
He had him. He had his guy in the back of the end zone. Pretty open by NFL standards. Now, obviously, you've got the player here that can undercut this as well. So he was fucking open. Josh Allen, MVP Josh Allen should hit this, no doubt. But a little bit out of his reach.
Dude, he hits that 9 times out of 10. It was pouring. You can't see it there. It was pouring down rain.
It was.
It was. To your question, Ryan, I see everyone debating this, and I think that's 100% the right call. One, your kicker just missed an extra point. That's in your mind. It's pouring. It's been terrible. The argument against it is you've got this Eagles defense gassed. You just scored 2 touchdowns in 5 minutes. You still don't know what happens in overtime. In overtime, a team, now that they both get the ball, a team has a 45% chance to win, and there's a 10% chance that it's a tie. And I would argue with how this game was going, how both offenses and defenses were just holding each other down with only 10 minutes to play, and you can't really kick a field goal. There was a good chance that this game was going to end in a tie, and the Bills could not afford a tie because that gives up the division. So I think 100%. Plus, Josh Allen's banged up. He had to go get an MRI after the game. You don't want your players. You're already in the playoffs. You don't want your players playing any extra minutes than they have to. You got an MVP level quarterback. You go for 2 there. If you told me you're going to get the play call, they drew up the play call and it was exactly what they wanted. They had their guy wide open. He just missed the throw. I think if you told them that beforehand, they would take that every single time. Josh Allen makes that pass 9 times out of 10. I think going for 2 was exactly the right call because you don't want to go to overtime and risk it there.
I think I'm gonna agree with Will. Josh Allen went to this game already banged up. It's his foot or his ankle that he messed up last week in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. You're playing for the future. You don't want any more time on for Josh Allen to take another hit, to take a sack, to get landed on awkwardly in overtime. I think going for the win there, especially with the harsh weather conditions in the game, you wanted to go for the win right there. I mean, it does seem silly because here's the thing, Ryan. You kick the field goal, you go to overtime, maybe you win, maybe you lose, whatever. But here's the thing. You go for 2, and he missed it, so now we're all questioning it. It's a fucking retarded play. If they make the 2-point conversion, all of a sudden the fucking play called, oh my gosh, geniuses. What a clutch fucking play. Amazing play call.
I get it. If he hits they had the right play. He had a wide open receiver. Josh Allen missed it. In this situation, I think I would have kicked it. Now, Badgley didn't miss it. It got blocked, right?
Yeah.
So a blocked extra point as opposed to a mixed extra point. I do think those are different things.
But I mean, with that pressure and the weather conditions, I mean, you could have bobbled a snap, a whole bunch of different things.
Or your quarterback could have it slip out of his hands. Right. For this at home, I'm an advocate of going for the tie. At home, because you do have that crowd in overtime, you got that advantage. You have just had this massive comeback. You have all the momentum, which is kind of the same reason I advocated when the Bears tied it up against the fucking Green Bay Packers that they not go for 2, that you take that tie and you secure it, and you keep that momentum, you keep that home field. I'm not going to fucking hate. I'm not going to be like, this is what a terrible thing. I think you go for the tie after you've made this big comeback and you've got all the momentum. That's my perspective on it.
I think I think 2 things did factor into it. 1, not wanting to play extra minutes, and 2, if you tied in overtime, you played that extra time for nothing. Because if they actually tie in overtime, the Patriots win the division still. Yeah. So, and there was a big risk of that. We've seen, I mean, especially the Eagles, they can hang on to the ball for 8 minutes if they want to.
Yeah, if they're moving the ball. But again, this is Jalen Hurts didn't complete a fucking pass in the second half of this game. That is the second time this year that Jalen Hurts has not completed a pass in the second half and his team still won. I fucking hate this bum. I fucking hate Jalen Hurts' stupid ass. My Lord, how fucking frustrating must it be to be a receiver on this team or to be a fan of this team? I don't know how they fucking win these games.
He was saving it for overtime, of course.
Of course. I'm sure Jalen Hurts would have just came alive. I also think that Josh Allen fumble was not a fumble by the letter of the law. And I'm a little bit shocked that when it got reviewed, it didn't get overturned, just being honest. Mm-hmm. That was very surprising to me. But that's the fucking way it is. It was called that way on the field. Sometimes it has to stay that way. I get that, but I don't think that Josh Allen fumble was a fumble. Now, if you think the rule should be that was a fumble regardless, then I'm cool. But based on the rule, I really think that was a mistake, at least to me.
I'm just glad we all agree that Drake May, Jackson Dart, and Caleb Williams would have all completed that pass for the 2-point conversion.
I would like to think so. Yeah, I would like to think so.
100%.
I think Jackson Dart would have just fucking ran it in personally.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. Head first.
And got concussed, but completed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Disgusting weather game, disgusting performance game, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. But
yeah, you really need the Eagles to lose that one, Ryan, because then you wouldn't have to play this week.
That's true. I wasn't even necessarily thinking about that, but that is true. And then next week we got some big games set up. Let's go. Fast forward to week 18. Should we make these picks?
Sure.
I think we have to make these picks
for Saturday.
Yeah.
Is there a Thursday game?
No.
Okay. So we're done with Thursday games.
Mm-hmm.
Panthers, Buccaneers. I've been burned too many times. I'm going with the Panthers, I guess. I'm going with the Panthers.
I'm going with Baker fucking Mayfield. They're going to sneak their way into the playoffs again.
I refuse to take the Bucks, so I'll give me the Panthers.
You guys would just let me sneak back in on that fucking leaderboard, man.
Not worried about it.
We could both not play next week, and you couldn't catch us. So,
if I went perfect and you guys didn't pick any picks,
yes, you would not catch us.
Fuck.
You, like the Giants, have nothing to play for, other than pride. But you have won the past 2 weeks, which is impressive.
I think the past 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, I think it's 3, according to Angst. Was it Angst Kitten said on my show this morning?
That's all right. We got to step it up, Will.
I know. Come on, Panthers.
And then Seahawks Niners, a Saturday night game on ABC.
It's tough.
Bro, I'm taking the fucking Niners, man. The heater that they are on offensively, and I get the Seahawks are good defensively. I got to take the Niners, just the way that they've been playing. I think Seattle's really fucking good. I'm taking the Niners at home.
I'm taking the Niners only because they are at home. If this was in Seattle, I would take Seattle, but give me the Niners.
All you got to do is tell me that it's Sam Darnold in a big game. Give me the Niners.
I'm shocked that they're favored.
That line flipped. It opened this morning Niners -1.5. Now it's Seattle -1.5. I understand it. Get it. They have a better Seattle has a better defense, obviously, and whatnot. And I'm just not I'm not impressed with their offense at the moment. And if this game, which probably will go to a shootout, I'll trust this Niners offense at home.
Yeah, because I guess that didn't surprise you, because I was going to say I would put the line at like San Francisco -2 or something. Not a full field goal, right? The acknowledgement that Seattle's maybe a more together team and has been more consistently together team, and not given that traditional kind of field goal advantage to a home team to indicate like neutral. But San Francisco by a point or two. It's going to be a good fucking game, though.
Yeah, it will be.
That's going to be a good game. And we'll make the rest of our picks in the morning. I am excited for this game. I really want the Bears to beat the fuck out of the Lions. It's a game that in all likelihood may not matter too much at all. But I would really love to see the Bears.
I mean, it matters because you would solidify the 2 seed. I'm just shocked that the line is that small. It was 1.5 earlier. Now it's 2.5, but below a field goal. What has this Lions team done the last few weeks make you think that they're going to be able to go play outdoors?
And it's outside in the weather. Yeah. And the reason the line is like that is because people don't know what the Bears are going to do. There's a lot of speculation about them sitting. I think that's why this line is where it is. I think.
Yeah, you're probably right. It probably closes past a field goal, like Bears -3.5.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if we find out that they're playing everybody and we get that. If Ben Johnson does a press conference on Thursday and said, yeah, all our guys are playing. We're here to play. We're here to play for the 2 seed, whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes up like to 5 or 5.5, honestly. Do you?
No. I mean, I thought it would be Bears -6. Honestly, if we knew everyone was playing, I thought it'd be Bears at home -6 is what I would have put the line at. So that would make sense to me. I I think with a young coach too, I don't think younger coaches want to worry about rest and whatnot. I feel like later in their career, they figure out whether they like to rest or not to rest. I think you play your guys, especially when there's something on the line. Now, if they had the 2C locked up, it would make no sense to play some of your guys.
Yeah. And Angst Kitten says, do we have time for Saturday picks for week 18? We do. We just got them. John McKinley, every time I hear about the supposed Broncos #1 defense, and every week I find myself wondering, where the fuck is this #1 defense at? Stupid game anyway. Have a good one, boys, and Happy New Year.
Thank you, John McKinley.
Thanks, John. Shout out. Stephen De Leon still want McDermott and being fired regardless. Taker for 2. Seattle's 14-2 in the last 16 road games. They've been really fucking good on the road.
Yeah, well, they're due.
They're due. Eric K, bowl game picks. We can probably do a little bit of that. College football playoff.
I still have no idea on this.
I mean, these don't count towards anything, so that is
I know.
what it is. I totally forgot to put in my picks for last week too, so now I've missed 2 weeks on this fucking pick'em league. Whatever.
Hey, you're still in the 68th percentile.
Not bad considering I missed 2 of them. I would be really close to in the running if we had done that the right way. Where am I going? College football playoff bracket. Here we go. Oregon, Texas Tech. I'm taking Oregon in the game. Yeah, I'm taking Oregon.
Texas Tech.
Yeah, I got Tech as well. That defense is legit. It's really good, and we've seen when Oregon can't move the ball or get in a groove, it goes downhill fast for them. It wouldn't shock me if Oregon was able to move the ball on this Texas Tech team. I just don't think it's going to happen. I want Oregon to win. I'm rooting for Oregon because I would love to see them move on and potentially get Mendoza versus Vince Dante Moore for the potential #1 overall pick next year. That'd be kind of a fun game.
IU versus Alabama. I'm taking Alabama. Fuck IU. Fuck IU. Can't pick them. Won't pick them. Refuse to pick them. Bama. Roll fucking Tide, I guess.
I think whoever wins this game is going to wind up winning the championship, and I'm going to pick Bama.
Wow, we're all in the same. I said whoever won the Oklahoma-Bama game was going to beat IU, so I'm sticking with that. Alabama. Roll Tide.
Really?
I think
we're just the #1 team in the country, Heisman Trophy winners. We're all just like, yeah, fuck that team.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right.
Well, didn't Jeremy tell us we had to pick Alabama? Is that what he said?
Fuck Jeremy.
Well, if he didn't send you guys that email?
If he did put that out there, I'll pick fucking IU.
Yeah, honestly, just Indiana if that were the case.
But no, not from my awareness. That did not happen. Ole Miss versus Georgia. I got Georgia. I'm going to be rooting for fucking Ole Miss because I think it'd be so funny if Lane Kiffin leaves and they win.
Ole Miss.
I'm like Ryan. I think it's going to be Georgia, but I'll be rooting hard for Ole Miss. I want to see Ole Miss in the championship game.
It'd be great. And then Miami, Ohio State. I do have the Buckeyes. OHIO. I think they roll over Carson Beck and whatever current whore he's dating.
Yeah, I got Ohio State too.
I got Miami.
Wow.
I think they're going to pull off the upset. I don't know. I just got a weird feeling about Miami in this one.
That's a very weird feeling. I think
Carson Beck stinks.
He's not very good.
That defense of Miami, that defensive line is going to be the second best defensive line they've seen all season. So, we'll see. We got to remember Ohio State does have a young quarterback.
It's true.
Was he a redshirt freshman? So we'll see if he gets if they can get pressure on him early. It could be a long game. It could be closer than people think.
Chupacabra for $5 as a Ravens fan, seeing all these fake ass fans attacking Lamar. Dude, hard carried for years. Tomlin always chokes after November. We rely on this. Well, look, I'm not a Ravens fan. I am a Lamar hater, kind of. don't know if hater, just a Lamar doubter. We'll put it that way. I have consistently said that I don't think Lamar is ever going to be able to be like a guy to get it done. And I've also said that when you look at the way Snoop Huntley, fills in for Lamar, and yes, their big plays are much more limited. Their big plays down the field are much more limited, but it feels like the offense operates sometimes more efficiently with Tyler Snoop Huntley. And I don't think there's any real future with Lamar. I don't think you ever win a Super Bowl with Lamar. Obviously, that running attack helps out when you can put him in the backfield, be a threat to run with Derrick Henry. That opens things up for Derrick Henry. We understand that, but I don't like Lamar. I really don't.
I think the Ravens running, it's like they're scared to run the ball when Lamar's in there. They have to run the Lamar off instead of just, hey, hand the ball off to Derrick Henry. Let's get the running game going. I don't know. They try to do too much. I'm with you, Ryan. I don't think Lamar, I think he's whatever prime he may have had, I think it's past. I don't think they can win a Super Bowl with him, especially not this year. And I think they're better off playing Snoop Huntley. And Harbaugh said it himself today. He said it's still up in the air who he's going to start. Now, that might be because of Lamar's injury. That could be his excuse. But, I mean, if that was Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, or anything like that, and Patrick Mahomes, and he was dinged up, the coach would be doing everything to get them out there.
Yeah.
I love it.
Maybe another 150, 200-yard game from washed Derrick Henry.
I mean,
does Derrick Henry have a chance? Hold on. How many yards would Derrick Henry need to be the rushing yards leader this year?
Well, is it still Jonathan Taylor right now?
I think, but he's certainly fallen off the past couple games.
Let me see.
Derrick Henry's third in the league, I think.
No, it's James Cook. Remember we talked about it last week.
Oh, yeah, it is James Cook. You're right. Yeah.
He's dead to me, by the way. Listen to this, Ryan. I had your boy DeAndre Swift for 2 touchdowns. I had Jamar Chase for 2 touchdowns. I needed James Cook for 2 touchdowns, and Josh Allen's selfish ass takes it in himself instead. God,
yeah, that James Cook ain't going to get too many goal line touchdowns. He'll get some big ones. He ain't going to get too many goal line touchdowns. It's kind of like
Derrick
Saquon.
Henry needs. Yeah. Oh, Derrick Henry. If James Cook gets nothing and Jonathan Taylor gets nothing this next week, Derrick Henry only needs 150 yards.
Yeah, he's not getting that.
Probably not getting it then, but he's third, right? I'm right about that?
Mm-hmm.
He's third in the fucking league in rushing yards.
5.1 yards a carry.
5.1 yards per carry is crazy.
91.8 yards per game.
I remember when he used to average 7.
Never. Never happened. Chris Coran, Mike Evans bobblehead giveaway at the game.
Oh,
that sounds
cool.
Yeah. Arcuz, Beardo, was it laundry day for you? That shirt looks like Christmas diarrhea.
Dude, this shirt is fucking badass. It's a golf shirt, and when you look closely, it's titties. It's titties. It's a badass golf shirt, okay?
If you don't count quarterbacks, Beardo's onto something. There are 4 other guys ahead of Derrick Henry in average yards per carry.
Thank you.
So he's only 5th in average yards per carry. What's he tied for third in touchdowns? Tied for third in touchdowns, right?
Let's see. No, he's in second all by himself. Only 2 behind Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, my bad. Second.
Who do you think has the 3rd most rushing touchdowns this season?
3rd most rushing? Josh Allen?
Josh Allen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. By the way you asked that question, I knew it wasn't a running back.
Yeah, my mind instantly went to Josh Allen.
Yeah. But we do have a game tonight starting in 5 minutes. Rams at the Falcons. I got the Rams. You guys both have the Rams as well.
I'm obviously hold me to that pick, but I will tell everyone I changed my mind today. I bet on the Falcons with the points and the money line. I think because the Rams don't have anything to play for, and I think it doesn't matter whether they're the 5 or the 6 seed. Really, everyone wants to be the 5 seed, they say, because then you get to go play
Tampa Bay.
Who cares?
The Panthers,
You still, after that game, are going to have to go to Chicago or Philly anyways. I think McVay, who has shown in the past, he's fine sitting his guys. Because in order for that to happen, they have to win the next 2 weeks. So that means he can't sit any of his guys for next week. I think we see one half of this Rams offense, and then I think they pull some like Stafford, Puka. I mean, they've got guys banged up. They're an older team for like some of their key positions. I think I wouldn't be surprised if we see McVay sit some of his guys. If not after the first drive, maybe the first half.
That'd be scummy. A lot of people are having their fantasy
You think
championship.
McVay cares about that? He cares about winning another Super Bowl. And he's playing for nothing. He could be the sixth. Screw it. We'll go to Philly. He can go to Philly, who Philly's not playing great right now, even though I took them last week. They had Philly on the ropes this year already, and they damn near beat Philly in the playoffs last year in Philadelphia. So I don't think he's worried about it.
And this is why these games get so hard to pick when it gets this time of year, because it's tough to predict who's going to be in, who's going to be out, what coaches have things to play for, like what coach is going to take that position. Why these ones are so fucking annoying. But I do have the Rams anyway.
And Kirk Cousins, after starting his career 0-9 on Monday Night Football, the last 6 games he's played on Monday Night Football, 5-1 straight up.
That was the thing for Kirk for a long time. Under the lights, couldn't play.
Sunday or Monday Night Football, yeah, he couldn't do it. They talked about his OCD.
Yeah, he's like the routine he had. He is a weird fuck.
No, there was crazy when he was playing in like a 1 o'clock Eastern start because of his OCD. If you went and looked, he was covering at like 83%, which is insane.
It was a legit thing. It was a legit thing, the difference in the way he played. Now, a lot of people put that on big games, right? Because typically if you do have those night games, they're usually bigger games, bigger matchups and stuff. That's what people said. Who knows what it really was, whether it was big games or whether it was his fucking OCD.
Well, if you look at his home, his home ATS versus his road, it was like 30-point swing in coverage rate on ATS. So they eventually said it was because of his OCD, because his routine is broken in the morning. Whereas when he's at home, it's the same thing when it's that 1 o'clock kickoff. That's how they tied it to the big games. Because even though it could be at home, it's later in the day, so it's a different routine.
But that is it for us today, guys. The game's about to start in 1 minute. So we will be back on Sunday to talk about those Saturday games, what it means, who clinched, who choked, all that shit. And we'll get ready for the Sunday night football games. Yes, Will is missing that tooth. So
sure I am.
He'll get it replaced soon.
Only a couple more months.
That's crazy. But all right, guys, that's it. Bye, everybody.